Dahil greetings, I am Mario Joseph Ordonez, and this is the UML where we have 6 classes named Client, Report, Transaction, Dentist, Service Class, and Service Entry lastly. The relationship of client to transaction is one to many, while the report to transaction is many to many. Transactions to service entry is one to many, the same with dentist to service entry, and service class to service entry is one to many. After that, we will start with the explanation of the code, which is at client class.
So, dangal greetings everyone. My name is JV Mariel Eritwal. So, let's take a look at the client class, which is designed to store and manage information about clients. This class has about several attributes: ID name, contact number, address, and active. The ID is a unique identifier that follows a specific format, combining the year the client was registered and a four-digit number. The name holds the client name, while the contact number and address store their attribute help track whether a client is still active or has been archived. To keep track of all clients, the class maintains a database called client. Last year and next ID number help manage the ID numbering system. The last year variable ensures that every time a new year starts, the numbering reset to 001. Meanwhile, next ID number keeps count of the next available client number for a given year. When a new client is created, the constructor checks if the provided year is different from the last recorded year. If it is the ID numbering reset, then it generates the new ID using the format year XXX, ensuring each client gets a unique identifier based on the year they join. The newly created client is then stored in the list of clients.
Greetings everyone, and my name is Mark Daniel Solorico, and apart from creating clients, the class provides several useful methods to manage and retrieve client information. One important method is add client, which allows new clients to be added to the system by calling the constructor and saving the new client into the list. And there's there is also an update client method, which is let us modify and client information. Currently, it only allows changing the client's name, but it could be expanded to in the future. To support and updates, such as modifying the contact numbers or address. If clients no longer needs to be actively listed, the archive clients method can be used instead of removing the clients permanently. This method simplify and marks them is inactive by settings their active attribute to false. This approach ensures that past clients records are not lost while keeping keeping the actively screen and organized. To find a client by their unique ID, the get client by ID method is available. However, it only returns a client if they are still active, ensuring that archive clients are not retrieved. Additionally, and the get all clients method provide a list of all active clients by filtering out those that have been archived. Finally, the toString method is implemented to present a client information in readable format, making it easier to display client details when needed. This is method ensures that when object of the client class is printed, it provides clear and structured information about the client. That's all. Thank you.
Dangal greetings, sir. Uh, Today I'm going to walk through to a dentist class. This class dentist is designed to store I manage a list of dentists, which functionalities to add, update, archive, and retrieve active dentists. Like, let's take a close look. First, we have a private static list dentist that holds all dentists and ID counter that generates unique IDs for each one. When new dentist is created, their details like name, address, contact number, and commission rate are stored, and they are marked as active by default. Now, the add dentist method, that's you add a new dentist by passing in their details. Each dentist is automatically assigned a unique ID. And we also have update dentist method, which allows you to update a dentist information. You provide the dentist ID, that field you want to change a new value. So for now, the method can update the name, but it can be easily extended to continue or include other fields. So if a dentist is no longer active, you can use the archive dentist method to deactivate them. This method marks the dentist is as inactive, but the information stays in a system. To find a specific dentist, you can use the get dentist by ID method. It retrieves a dentist by their ID, and also active dentists are returned. If you need to get all active dentists, the dentist you will use the get all dentists method will return the list. For the Finally, we have the toString method, which provides a simple, readable format to display basic dentist details like their ID and name. So that's quick overview for dentist class, which this can easily manage details dentist, whether it's adding, update, archiving, or retrieving their information. Thanks. That's all.
Greetings everyone, my name is Kurt Andre C. Pastera, and this is the transaction class. Think of it as a digital receipt. It stores information about a transaction like a receipt would. Each transaction has an ID, a client, and a list of services provided called entries. To create a new transaction, we use a constructor which takes the ID, client, and entries as input. We can get the ID, we can get the ID, client, or entries using get ID, get client, and get entries method. We also keep track of all transactions in the list and automatically generate unique IDs for each transaction. This helps us manage and organize all our transaction records.
Now, greetings, I'm Mario Joseph Ordonez, and let's take a look at the service class. For the service class, it defines our dental services that is available in our clinic management system. There's a menu of what we offer, like fillings at 1,000 pesos or checkup and cleaning for 600 pesos. It has two key fields, a name and a price, and a static list of services using a static block. So they are ready from the start with methods like get name, get and get price. This class lets other parts of the system like transactions know what services exist and how much they cost. And moving on in the service entry class. Now the service entry class is where the things get specific. Like it's like a line of item on a receipt tying together a service and a dentist and the quantity of the services. Like dentist doing 2 fillings or a dentist doing 3 cleanings. It has three fields of it has three fields. A service object, a dentist object, and an integer for quantity. Set up through its constructor. We've added getters like get service and get dentist, and then get cost to calculate the price times the quantity. This class is crucial because it lets a single transaction include multiple services, each performed by different dentists. Moving on at the report class, holy shit. This class takes all the transaction data that we've been building up. Clients getting dental work, dentists doing their thing, and turns into a neat, useful reports. Think of it as the clinic's way of showing us how or who's doing what and how much money is moving around. It it has three main jobs: reporting dentists, clients, and the full transaction list.
This main class starts by setting up a loop and the program asks the user to choose between manage dentists, manage client, create transaction, generate report, and also the exit. And if the user chooses the manage dentists, another option or menu will appear like add dentists, update dentists, archive dentists, view dentist, and back. And again, if the user selects the add dentists, the program asks the user to enter a name, address, contact number, and commission rate. And after that, the program will print the word dentists added. And for updating the dentists, the user should enter the dentist ID, and if that specific dentist is existing, the program will print the word dentists updated, and if not will, it will print dentists not found. And for archive dentists, same process. The program asks again for dentist ID, and if it's existing, the program will print the word dentist archived or else dentists not found. And lastly, the view dentists, the program asks again for the dentist ID. When the user leaves that blank, it will print again the dentists not found. So here in client management, it have the same exact process as managed dentist. So only the difference them is that one of the dentist information is and the other is for client information. That's it.
This is the output of clinic management system. First is enter your choice. For example, I will enter number 1 to see the manage dentist, to manage the dentist. And enter your choice. For example, add dentist. And enter one. Enter name, for example, Mark. Enter address, mark@gmail.com. Enter contact number, for example, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Enter commission rate, for example, 0.20. Ayan, dentist to be added. Next, let's manage the clients. Enter number 2, add client, enter 1, enter year like 2023, enter the name John's, enter the contact number 1 2 3 4 7 8 9, enter the address St. Peter, now the client is added. Next, let's create the transaction. Enter the number 3, enter the client ID 001 or 2023 0001, enter available services for filling, enter service number to add 1, enter number of teeth 15, available dentist. Now the doctor to be added is Mark ID 0001. Yan. Choose a dentist per service. Enter 1. Add billings times 15 by mark 15,000. Enter service number to add 0 to finish. So for example, 0. Next, let's generate the reports. Dentist report. Enter dentist ID. Now here is the list. Next, let's try manage dentist again. Add dentist. For example, Snoopy. Enter address. Enter contact number 123456789. Enter commission rate 0.43. The dentist is added. So what's next? Let's manage the dentist again. Enter 1 and archive dentist. Enter dentist ID 002 dentist archive. Next, let's manage the dentist again. 1 view dentist. Enter dentist ID to view. Now the dentist ID number 001 name mark is listed. And that's all. Click 5 to exit. And exiting clinic management system. And that's all. Thank you for watching. Happy coding.